Hey guys, KevMaster2000 here, and welcome to episode 21 of Expanding My Collection. It's been a while since the last video, and since then I have gotten a bunch of things, a lot of DC stuff, and so we're going to start by talking about Watchmen. So, I now have a whole bunch of Watchmen stuff. So let's just start from the beginning. Before I get into the new stuff, let me recap what I already have. So years ago, when I was a kid, I guess, I bought the theatrical cut of Watchmen. Had this for a long time. Okay. Then, I think I was at a Dollar General, and I came across the steelbook of the director's cut of Watchmen, which is pretty awesome. And then I think maybe at Walmart or something, I came across the motion comic and got that on DVD. And then just maybe last year, I was at the thrift store, and I bought this double feature because it included V for Vendetta, which I did not have. So I needed that for my DC collection. And it just so happens to also include Watchmen, which of course I already have right there. The theatrical cut. But recently I realized that the DVD version of V for Vendetta is garbage and only includes like a single bonus feature. So I upgraded that to Blu-ray. And so I got this triple feature that includes, again, another cut of Watchmen, the director's cut, another version of it, and it includes V for Vendetta and the 2005 Constantine movie, which I also had on DVD here for a long time now, and realized that it only includes like deleted scenes, and that's about it. And the Blu-ray includes a whole bunch of stuff, so I upgraded V for Vendetta and Constantine to Blu-ray, and in the process I get a new copy of Watchmen Director's Cut, which I obviously did not need because I have the steelbook, but whatever. There's another movie that I upgraded to Blu-ray that I had on DVD but didn't have but like one bonus feature, so I upgraded the DVD to Blu-ray, which we'll talk about in a bit. But let's continue the Watchmen stuff for now. So after I bought that, I realized, you know, there is another cut of Watchmen that I don't have. I now have 2 copies of the theatrical cut and 2 copies of the director's cut, but there's another one that I do not have, the ultimate cut. So I bought this, the ultimate cut box set thingy. So if you don't know, the theatrical cut is like 162 minutes. The director's cut is 186 minutes, and the ultimate cut is the same as the director's cut, except they took the Tales of the Black Freighter and put it back into the movie. Now, Tales of the Black Freighter, I bought separately just to have, you know, the separate release of it, have it by itself. So this animated Tales of the Black Freighter is interwoven through the director's cut of the movie of Watchmen, and that is what the ultimate cut is, and it's 215 minutes, 3 hours and 35 minutes. So this looks awesome, by the way. So this includes a Blu-ray copy of the motion comic, if I can get it out with just the one hand, which actually, if you look at these, they match, which I really like. But so it's got the motion comic on Blu-ray. The DVD version is on 2 discs. This one is on a single disc. And then inside we have this, which you know, it unfolds. It has these cool images, and then this one. So here's the Ultimate Cut and the Special Features disc. The thing about the Ultimate Cut is that it actually includes 2 commentaries, which no other version of Watchmen has. It's just the Ultimate Cut version. One commentary by Zack Snyder and one by the original co-creator and illustrator of the original graphic novel. So also over here, there's not a disc, because it's just the digital copy disc, which the guy I bought this from on eBay did not include for some reason, which I was fine with because I don't need the digital copy disc, obviously. So the bonus features included here are all the same that are from the bonus disc included in the director's cut, plus all of the bonus features from Tales of the Black Freighter, plus obviously the commentaries, which you can't get any other way. It's only in the Ultimate Cut. The only thing missing is, of course, the director's cut. The director's cut's in-movie experience thing that they have, which you know, you'd have to get the director's cut in order to have that. That's the only bonus feature missing. Has everything else. So I got this. Then I realized, or I remembered, isn't there another thing that I could have gotten instead? Was that just a complete waste of money to buy that? I think it was, because there's something else I should have bought instead, which would be this. The collector's edition of Watchmen, which is pretty much the ultimate Watchmen collection that you can possibly get. The only thing missing, of course, is the director's cut again, and of course the director's cut's in movie experience thing. But that's the only stuff missing. This let me get this. You can see all the stuff that's included. This has this lenticular, however it's pronounced, thing. When you look at it from one way, it shows the actors. You look at it another way, it shows the comic book versions. I like that. That's cool. So on the back of this, I can't really move it that well because this part here is whenever the book, which it comes with the graphic novel, whenever it like slides forward, it bends the bottom here, and I don't want to rip it. But on the back, there's nothing, which is why this slides over it. This cardboard. So, yeah, every version seems to come like this. There's a lot of pictures on Amazon showing this, and I don't really think there's a way around it because the book is so heavy that it pushes down on the bottom of the box. So they're always going to be ripped, which is just poor design. So here's the book. Has this little thingy. You pull it. And I I'm not going to open the book and show any stuff from it because there's things that I don't think YouTube would appreciate. Although it is just drawings, but still. This digital copy, I already used it. I was surprised they even had one. So here's the thing that all the discs come in. So there you have the same Ultimate Cut disc, cool artwork, same bonus feature disc, but you get the theatrical cut, which it is very, very annoying that it comes in a regular like silver disc rather than the version that has artwork on it like you see here. Very lazy. And then over here is the motion comic. So this is the best possible version you can get. Let me see here. Here's the artwork. Awesome. This is the best version you can get. The best like box set or collection or whatever. And then of course you'd have to get yourself the director's cut separately if you want to have all versions of the movie and that special in-movie experience bonus feature. So there you go. There's that stuff. Now there is one last Watchmen thing to show, and this one is the TV show, the HBO show. So there that is. Let's open it up. So it's 3 discs. Has the thing here showing all the episodes, and bonus features and things. Digital code I used. Try getting this back now. This is the little sticker that came on the plastic wrappings around it, around the case. I like to keep those. So I also have the Watchmen video game. I've had that for a while. This right here, the prequel to the movie. But I just figured I'd show that. So now we move on to other things that are not Watchmen related. I mentioned there's another movie that I have on DVD that I upgraded to Blu-ray. And that would be The Losers. This is the DVD that I got, I think, it was either at the thrift store, same place I got the Watchmen and V for Vendetta double feature, or it was maybe at Dollar Tree. I'm not sure. The Losers includes just a one bonus feature. So I wanted to upgrade that to Blu-ray, which has a few extra features. Rock and Rolla is not at all any it's not at all any kind of DC movie. It's unrelated. So in case you were wondering, just The Losers is a DC thing. So I got this double feature that includes The Losers plus another DC movie that I did not have, which is Jonah Hex. So I got this double feature, and awesome. So that took care of that problem of upgrading the crappy DVD to Blu-ray to get extra bonus features, and it took care of the problem of not having Jonah Hex in the DC collection. Speaking of other DC movies that I did not have, finally got Catwoman. Finally got this. This includes the 2003 animated short called Chase Me, which is from the Originally, it was a special feature from the Batman Mystery of the Batwoman animated movie, and so it's included here as well because it is about Catwoman. The last of the live-action DC stuff that I've got here is The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, which is from Wildstorm. DC owns that company, and on Wikipedia, the page for live action DC for movies based on DC comics. In the live action section, this was not listed under the Wildstorm things, along with Red and Red 2. And it's very weird that it's not included because it is DC, it is Wildstorm. I saw someone had added it. Someone had added it in the past as well, but someone added it again, then it was removed, and the argument was that apparently one person thought that the original comic or whatever was released before DC bought Wildstorm, so therefore it's not DC, that's an irrelevant argument there, because you also have things like The Adventures of Captain Marvel 1941 serial listed among live action things related to DC, and that obviously was not DC at the time. That was Fawcett Comics. So why does it matter when it was made if DC owns it now? So eventually I was actually involved with this. I posted a thing in the talk section talking about how this should be included, and wondering like why do you not put this in the DC movie section, because this is a DC movie. And then there was a discussion back and forth between two other people. Someone had done some research to discover that apparently the original book or the graphic novel or whatever was published just after DC purchased Wildstorm, and so eventually they decided to put this on the DC live action movie list under the Wildstorm section. And so yeah, weird. That's the second time I've been involved on Wikipedia and on that DC movies Wikipedia page, and made some changes. Well, I mean, I didn't make those changes. Someone else did, but I was involved in the discussion. But I actually, if you go to the Wikipedia page showing all of the movies based on DC properties, and go to the animated section, and you see things like Batman, Long Halloween, Superman, Man of Tomorrow, Justice Society, World War II. I was the one that put on there, the first movie in the DC Rebirth continuity, because that's what they supposedly calling it. It's called the DC Rebirth continuity, because you had the DC animated movie universe, and then that ended with Apocalypse War, and then the epilogue of Constantine, House of Mystery, which I also bought and forgot to get out to show you. Now that I'm talking about it, I realize that. But yeah, that universe ended. They started a new one, and it's like it's the Rebirth continuity or whatever. And I was the one that wrote on there, first movie in the DC Rebirth continuity, second movie in the DC Rebirth continuity, and third. And So that has stayed on there ever since I added it, which is awesome that I made a contribution to a Wikipedia page. And then the new one that's coming out, Green Lantern Beware My Power, which I have pre-ordered, comes out the same day as Doctor Strange Multiverse Madness Blu-ray, which is going to be a problem because that's going to cost a lot of money if I get both of those the same day. I have them both pre-ordered. I'm probably going to have to end up canceling one of them and get it later on. But either way, that's a problem for future me. So the new Green Lantern animated movie is going to be a part of the same universe. And so it's the fourth movie in the DC Rebirth universe. And someone else put that on there. Someone else was following in my footsteps and added that it's the fourth movie in the DC Rebirth continuity. So that's pretty awesome. So yeah, that's my story. A little bit of interesting backstory. So yeah, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I don't know why it wasn't listed as a DC movie, even though it is, because it's Wildstorm and DC owns Wildstorm. But it's listed now. We'll see if it changes. In that same section of the talk page that I asked why this wasn't listed in the DC section, or the Wildstorm section of DC movies, I also mentioned The Spirit, which is a 2008 movie. And yeah, I don't know. That movie is listed. Okay, this is the weird thing. On HBO Max, The Spirit, the 2008 movie, is listed in the DC section of HBO Max with the rest of the DC movies. But League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is not. I think League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is on HBO, or HBO Max, but it's not in the DC section. But The Spirit is. Even though The Spirit, DC made comics about The Spirit, but it originated as, like, I think, just some comic strips a long time ago, and there's been various different companies that have made comics about The Spirit, DC being one of them. So it's not necessarily a DC movie or a DC character, but yeah, I don't know. So anyway, maybe that was interesting to some people. Next up, we move on to some animation. We've got Superman Shazam: The Return of Black Adam, which includes it includes the Spectre, Green Arrow, and Jonah Hex short films and commentaries for them. So that's cool. Got this finally. Now I have all the DC animated short, the showcase shorts. Then we have some triple features. I got this one, which includes all three of the Batman Unlimited movies: Animal Instincts, Monster Mayhem, Max vs. Mutants. And then I got this one that includes Batman Mystery of the Batwoman, plus, which, you know, is the reason I bought this was because it includes Mystery of the Batwoman, and it, you know, is one of these triple features that matches the other ones that I have. But I could have just bought Mystery of the Batwoman separately, because I already have Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. It's the uncut version, which I have the Blu-ray that includes the normal version, the edited version on Blu-ray with a special DVD copy of the uncut version. So that's pointless to me being included here. And then we have Batman Beyond the movie, which is just the first 2 episodes of the show. So that's pointless to me because I already have the complete series. So really, I just bought this because of Mystery of the Batwoman and the fact that it's in a matching design to the other triple features I have. Same kind of situation here. We have Mask of the Phantasm, which is the main reason I bought this, and also because, again, it matches the other ones. And, but I also bought this because it includes Batman Dark Knight Returns Part 1 and Part 2. Thinking that, given the fact that it shows Part 1 and Part 2, that this would have them separated. Because I have the deluxe edition that has them combined into one movie. But the problem with that is, the beginning of Part 2 has some stuff that's removed. You know, the original Part 2 version had some extra footage at the beginning, but that was removed in the deluxe edition. And so I wanted to have both Part 1 and Part 2 separate as well, which is why I got this. And also because it matches the other triple features and has Mask of Phantasm. It's perfect thing. Then I got it, I put the disc in, and it's the deluxe edition, not Part 1 and Part 2. So that's very frustrating. So these all match. And I also have another one. I did not buy this one recently. This one is older. I've had this for a while. But yeah, I have Batman and Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero, the Batman vs. Dracula, and the Batman Superman movie, which is the world's finest episodes of Superman the Anime Series put together as a movie. So this one I've had for a while now. It also matches them. And so yeah, I like that. Next up, the final DC thing that I have here to show, the Aquaman 1960s animated show. For some reason here it's referred to as The Adventures of Aquaman, the complete collection. But it's not actually called The Adventures of Aquaman, it's just called Aquaman. Now I also have here Constantine, House of Mystery, which I guess I can try getting. I bought this shelf for the Watchmen, collector's edition. So, yeah, let me get this stuff down. There it is. Constantine, House of Mystery, the epilogue to Apocalypse War, and it also includes other DC Showcase shorts. You got Commandy, Last Boy on Earth, The Losers, not to be confused with The Losers that movie that I showed is about. This is actually the original Losers from like World War II times. This is like the original DC Losers, whereas the one that the movie is based on is the Vertigo Losers. And then we have Blue Beetle, which I was under the impression that it would be about, you know, Jaime Reyes, but it is actually, I think, Ted Kord. And it's got some definitely some inspiration from like the 60s Spider-Man cartoon with the intro that they do. It's really fun. So, yeah, I actually, at the end of this video, I will insert a bit of footage of my whole DC collection together, because what I just showed you is a mess because I've taken down all this stuff. But I will insert some footage at the end of this video showing my DC collection with all of the stuff together. I also have another shelf that I bought, which I have some little miniature figures on, and I also have them, some of the miniature figures on my wall, and I'll insert some footage of that as well. But the final stuff that I'm going to show you, not DC related, is some stuff that I got from the $5 bin at Walmart. So we've got Forrest Gump, the special collector's edition. I had never seen this movie before, so I bought this, and I watched it, and I liked it. And then I've got Meatballs, which has this cool VHS style cover, or slip cover. they had another movie. I don't remember what movie it was, but they had another movie in the $5 bin that has this style slipcover, which was cool. And then I have the Dark Crystal and Labyrinth Jim Henson Collection. And then final movie, Triple X, or XXX, I don't know how you'd even pronounce it. And the second one, State of the Union. I need to get the third one at some point, but get that. And the same place I got those shelves, it was actually at a Five Below. I got those shelves there. I also came across, and you know, they were $5 a piece. I also came across a game. I know these videos are about my movie collection, but I also just figured I'd show this game that I bought for $5. Risk of Rain 2, which also includes Risk of Rain 1. Never heard of it. Thought it looked fun. I looked up some gameplay before I bought it, and looked fun, so I got it. Alright, I said I would show my DC collection once I got everything back up, and here it is. So, some box sets down here, some TV stuff there, other TV stuff over here, and some movies as well. Live action stuff, animated stuff, Watchmen up there. Try to get the whole thing. So one thing that I'm trying to figure out is when it comes to Watchmen up here, do I like it by itself like that? Or should I take the director's cut and do this, and the TV show and do this? And is that better? Because, you know, the Tales of the Black Raider, I can put that over with the animated stuff. And then the motion comic and the theatrical cut, I don't really need to put those on display because I already have the theatrical cut included here along with the motion comic, and the motion comics included here. I mean, you could also say I don't really need to have this on display if I have this, because it's the same, it's got the same stuff, but except this has more. But I like the way that looks, so I put it here. So I don't know, do we like that more, or just have Watchmen by itself, or the collector's edition by itself? I don't know. I also don't know why this is like leaning downward. Is it leaning? I don't even know. I mean, that one doesn't look like it's leaning, but that one does. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, is that better? Or just Watchmen Collector's Edition on its own? Because, like, I like having all that, because that's everything you need right there. You got the Collector's Edition, that's got the Ultimate Cut, the theatrical cut, the motion comic, the graphic novel, it's got everything, except the director's cut, which would be right there, and, of course, the TV show, which is the sequel to the book, right there. So, I mean, that's the complete collection, pretty much. That's everything you need. And so should it all be on one shelf, or is it too much? You know, is it too busy looking? Should the box set be by itself? I don't know. That's the problem. That's what I don't know. Gotta try figuring that out. Just leave it like this for a while and see if I decide that I don't like it like that. Put it back the way it was. I don't know. Thoughts, people? So So before I leave, before I turn the video off, I'm not going anywhere. You are. I'm kicking you out. So before I turn the video off, I am going to put an extra little video in showing that other shelf that I mentioned I bought. I bought this shelf, and I also bought a shelf for some little miniature figurines. Well, you know, I was gonna insert a separate video just without me talking over it, and just, you know, me panning the camera over all of them. But I might as well just take you on a journey, look at the pictures, and show you it right now. Less editing. So here's some figures on the shelf, and then here's the ones that are on the wall underneath it. So yeah, got some WWE ones. You got the Ninja Turtles. Got a couple Transformer ones, some SpongeBob ones, Cars, a bunch of DC ones. So yeah, there's two different Superman here. There's one like classic one with the underwear, and one without. I guess that's like the new 52 version. So yeah, this is the other shelf, and then all the figures that I put on the wall. I tried to make them as evenly spaced out as I possibly could, but it was just impossible to do, given the fact that you know, they're all different sizes and stuff. The different boxes are different sizes. So did the best I could, and so that's really all that I have left to show and to talk about. So yeah, there's some other pictures over there I've shown in other videos, I think. Let me get these, put those to the side. So there it is. I'll put the Tales of the Black Freighter, Watchmen Tales of the Black Freighter, in one of the animated stacks. But do we like that more than the Watchmen box set by itself? Or should I just should I take those off or leave them? I don't know. I kind of like the box set by itself, but I also just I want to have all of them together. But again, I kind of like the box set by itself. I don't know. Tell me what you think. By the way, try getting this. I have this. I don't know if I've ever shown this. It's Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad collector's box. It's got a bunch of cool stuff in it. Anyway, that is all of this video, and you can leave now. Get out of my house. So stay tuned for whenever I do another video, whenever that will be. Don't know when that'll be, actually. When next stuff I'll buy, well, when that will be. But stay tuned for it, I guess. And thanks for watching.